English and deaf family. Growing up, I went through 3 different methods of education. First, I was in a self-contained classroom. At that time, there was no sign programs available to the students. We were all in the oral program there. And the second program that I was involved in was a mainstream program without an interpreter, you can believe it or not. Just had to learn things on my own. And the third educational opportunity I had was at the Michigan School for the Deaf. And having gone through these 3 different methods, I can tell you how they affect deaf people. For example, I struggled to learn to read and write in English. I struggled a great deal, and when I finally did understand how to read and write in English, it was through my native language, American Sign Language. Teaching me English was very difficult, and when I was able to learn American Sign Language and sign it, understand what it meant, then I was able to learn a second language, English. Now, research has shown that deaf children from deaf families learn faster and more effectively in their adult lives. And you know why? Do you know why? It's because of ASL. That's it. Learning that language. 95% of deaf children come from hearing families. 5% only know sign language. Now that means that 90% of deaf children grow up their whole life struggling to learn. And you know why? Because there's not enough exposure to American Sign Language. Growing up without or with limited sign language abilities, or able to express themselves, to be able to express their emotions. Do you know why that is a problem? Because all their life they've had to struggle. And they become frustrated and angry. And nobody understands why. And no one understands them. Now this issue will be resolved if we provide them language, American Sign Language. I would like to comment about the letter from Dean Ames. I read her letter, and I was amazed, simply amazed. She has no clue about the difference between MSU and AMU. She may have a PhD, but she has no clue. Woo! You cannot compare EMU and MSU's philosophies. They are completely different. EMU's philosophy is an oral education, while MSU trains teachers to use American Sign Language. And we are in the 21st century, and it is very sad to me that the deaf community is still looking around our state and having these frustrations. We still have to re-educate people over and over again. Okay? It's enough. It's time has come.
Yeah.
You deaf people here, you're tired of educating them over and over again, aren't you?
Yeah, it's called.
Are they really listening to us? No deaf child left behind. That is so important for our future deaf history, okay, for the future of our deaf children. You know that the quote, Martin Luther King's dream, I have a dream speech? Well, we, the deaf community, have a dream too. All deaf and hearing communities respect each other. How about that? And that we can communicate without barriers. How do we do that? Well, today, okay, we've seemed to have found a better method of educating deaf and hard of hearing children. We're teaching them ASL and English in a bilingual educational system. And that way, we can work together cooperatively between the 2 cultures. And on behalf of the Michigan Deaf Community, MDC, we really, we support MSU's program, and we want to continue having to provide deaf education teachers. And I want to thank Katie, who organized this rally, and I want to thank all of you for making it happen. And thanks to you, the people in the audience, for coming here today and showing your support. Remember, we're not just going to come today and have it be over. We need to keep fighting the fight. We need to be on watch. We need to watch what's going on and make sure this doesn't happen.
Woo!
Now, let me step out of this role and go into another role. The Michigan School for the Deaf Alumni Association, okay, the MSDAA Association, which I am the president of. And in that role, the alumni were also shocked when we heard that MSU was considering closing their deaf ed program because of funding. Funding issues. We were thinking of the children, just thinking of the funding. And Michigan has always said, we want to keep people in Michigan, keep people in this state and provide jobs. And now you're closing a program? That means that I'm going to have to move to another state where the other states are providing deaf education? We want to keep it here in Michigan. And I understand that there are many different programs in Michigan. EMU has an oral program. That's great for them. But don't get rid of this program. We need both programs. The alumni of Michigan School for the Deaf are very, very thankful to the school. No matter what kind of school there is, what kind of different philosophies that school has gone through over the years, total communication, ASL, English, we love that school and we're very grateful to have that opportunity. We lived in the dorm, we signed out on a daily basis, we socialized with each other in this language, and we are who we are today, standing up for ourselves and being leaders of the community and being involved in this community because of that school, teaching us those skills. Thank you again.